NZX. What is NZX? First, what is a stock exchange? The stock exchange is a place where the shares of listed companies can be bought and sold by the public. In New Zealand, we have New Zealand's exchange, NZX, to buy and sell New Zealand's listed company shares.
But what are shares? Shares are unit of papers that represent the ownership of a company. James stated that there are some advantages of listing company in the stock exchange, which are:
the first one is easy to raise capital. One of the challenges to develop and grow a company is because of no capital, but it can be tackled by issuing and offering shares of the company, which will easily raise the capital. The second one is increase the popularity. Being a public company is beneficial compared with private company because, in general, many public companies are easy to attract the media and noticed by the public, which will increase the popularity of the company or the brand. The third one is don't give assured returns. A public company doesn't give guaranteed returns as a compensation to the investors in case if they are losing the money they invested.
Master stated that there are disadvantages of listing company in the stock exchange, which are:
the first one is lesser power of control. As a public company, there will be majority shareholders and minority shareholders. As a minority shareholders, they also have the right to say something or in part of decision making. The second one is lesser portion of ownership. Whenever the shares bought by the investor, it will decrease the amount of ownership they own by the owner. The third one is high responsibility. The management can be sued if providing a misinformation data or material and wrongdoing, because the management has the responsibility to benefiting the shareholders. Meanwhile, in debt investments, investors will be creditors, and they will get repaid by the lenders along with the interest as the profit.
Allen stated that there are some advantages and disadvantages of debt financing, which are: first one is keeping the ownership. The lender doesn't have the right to get involved in running and interfering in the business. The second one is tax decrease. In general, the payment on business loan that has interest is known as business expenses, so it can be excluded from income tax and benefiting the company. For the disadvantage, the first one is repayment obligation. No matter if a company faces bad and low sales or even facing bankruptcy, the lender still must responsible to repay. The second one is lender's impression towards the credit rating. When a borrower borrows a big amount of loan, it will impact the credit rating, and the lender will see this as a high-risk investment to them, which made them to require a high interest rate.